Get ready to go big. Freestyle. Off-road. Amazing split screen, I mean wild challenges. It is showtime. What was that? 2024's Monster Jam Showdown is now available on Extra. I did have a look at Steel Titans over on the base PS4, but this is a full-blown PlayStation 5 beauty. From Milestone, one of two Milestone titles that have recently made it on Extra that is also split screen, that will be coming up very shortly. Is there anything lost on the local version of this game? No, it's totally epic. I always get paranoid that local co-op racers, particularly new ones, don't have other AI vehicles on track and don't even have circuit racing setups, particularly a monster truck game. This could all be about a freestyle mode, an arena. This does come with a Tony Hawk style points battle system where you can do jumps and twists and turns in the air and go against a timer to beat each other on a score. But this split screen circuit racing against the AI players is just too much fun to not concentrate on. The physics are really forgiving and the game introduces rear wheel steering, can you believe this, on the other analog stick on the right hand side of the pad, so you can move quite literally the rear of your car around as you're cornering to get a better angle. It feels kind of strange at first, but it works with these vehicles because there's so much drift going on, so little traction and so much chaos that it is kind of needed. The tracks are very narrow and as you can see, you bounce around. Once you start bouncing, it's kind of over. But the cherry, for me, if you can see those objects getting smashed on the course, is the boost meter down near the speedo in the bottom of the screen. It gives the game a really welcome injection of arcade action. It can turn loads of stuff around. You can earn your boost by being reckless and smashing up that furniture. Most of these races turned into nail biters. That was down to how much drift we've earned for that final straight. The tension was excellent. I was extremely surprised how serious this feels as a local co-op or versus split screen racer. Steel Titans does not go this hard. I think that's what the kids say. There is one aspect that riled me a little bit, and it was to do with vehicle selection. So you kind of need to pump quite a lot of time into the single player, get the XP, open up the money, get new cars in, for then that plethora to be available for two people on local. We've seen that loads of times before, and of course you can't win a trophy. You are technically a guest if you are player 2. The strangest thing is that one of the first 9th generation AAA split screen games, Dirt 5, completely nailed the local co-op with this joined progression and everybody being part of a greater goal, trying to get through like a set of tiered races. They constructed these little mini Grand Prix. There isn't that sort of substance here, unfortunately. But if you're willing to put the time into the single player, you're going to have about 15 to 20 different awesome monster trucks to choose from, and some trademark actual real life brands in here. Having said all that, you do earn some XP on that player 1 profile whilst in the local co-op mode. So you could in theory come out, buy new stuff and go back in again. I just wish it was all there and shared. Player 2 contributed. But back to the pluses, loads of really good circuits to choose from. Frost and ice and snow, then there's dusty, mountainous areas. It's very open from the get-go on choice, and that goes for the freestyle arenas and all the different events that you get offered when you first log in. the game has got a very self-aware respawn button on R1. By that I mean it's extremely quick to instigate, because once you start tumbling, it's better off to just swing back to the center of track and put said incident behind you. Also notice the amazing dissipation mechanics. The metal and steel's getting ripped off these fuselages, it flaps around in the air. The tires themselves, the contact between two vehicles feels reduced so you don't get hooked onto something. Very flowing and very exciting for a monster truck racer. Sony, can you look at me a minute? Because I just want to can I get your attention? What's that you're reading? I'm trans Tifa and so's my butch lesbian wife. Just give me your undivided attention. Just look at me a second. Bring back the Motorstorm IP. I'm going to ask my listeners to put BBM, bring back Motorstorm, in the comments. That's all you need to do, and we'll check back in a week, and you will reap the whirlwind. As Chuck Schumer once famously said, there'll be at least 6 or 7 comments calling for that magnificent video game to get the 9th gen remaster. Full 4-player local co-op, obviously. My name was Couch Coop. I'll see you down there. What was that?